So, so basically, I'm helping the person, the clerk up here at Motel 6, because she asked somebody to leave. We got it situated, but I go outside and let the maintenance know what was going on because he does work here. So I come back in and the three of them at the doorway, right? And they were laughing and smiling, ha ha ha, Ryan. So what was going on? Was you talking about me when I was outside? Because when I came inside, you go ha 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 laughing. Because why are you talking about me? I wasn't even the reason why you guys got called. So why are you running your mouth about somebody else that has nothing to do with what the reason why you're here? And I walk up and you go, how you doing, Ryan? I always do. So why are you sitting there trying to escalate a problem, right? But you keep on fucking checking me out, right? So what's the problem? And then the old guy, the cop goes upstairs. The other one, you go, like, where you work at? I work at Little Caesars, what? And she goes, he works at Little Caesars. And then, so basically, you guys were talking about me, right? But I was outside. And as I walk in, I caught you running your mouth and talking, right? Because me coming in, you wouldn't be, oh, hey, Ryan. If you wasn't talking about me, you wouldn't say, oh, hey, Ryan. You'd be, hey, and why are you saying, hey, Ryan, anyway? When you guys are violating my rights, not the other way around. You guys are violating all my rights, my civil rights. And you just did it again. Why are you sitting there and talking shit about me when I'm not even a part of the equation? I'm not even there. And you're running your mouth about me. But I'm gonna go downstairs and check and make sure see if she's alright and make sure she's good. But I'm gonna also ask her what you guys were saying because it's bullshit. Why are you guys running your mouth? If you're gonna talk about me, make sure make sure I'm in the premises and I can hear what you guys talking about, so I can stick up for myself and stand up for myself to your false accusations. That's how real people work. So the three officers that was here before, we had no issues. But when you got here, three of you guys were at the door sitting there talking. I know you were because when I walk in, oh hey Ryan, you got caught talking about me, right? Why are you talking about me? First off, you trying to kiss my ass because you guys know you're in the wrong? But like I said, we had no issue until you got and it wasn't even an issue. I walk in and I just know you was talking about me because of the way you responded. If you wasn't talking about me, then you wouldn't have responded the way you did. Oh, hey, Ryan. And then the other cop was like, where you work at? And then you want to go, hey, you work at Little Caesars. And then I say, yeah, I work at Little Caesars so we can, well, I make the dough. We all eat. They're kind of laughing, right? I do make the dough. And there's a couple cops that do come on Mondays and they do get pizza. But do you realize you wouldn't get that pizza if I wasn't there making the dough? No, they wouldn't. Somebody would be there making dough. But I'm making the dough. So, because I've been there 3, 4 months now. But do you realize if I wasn't making the dough, there wouldn't be no pizza to be made? So it's all falling on me, and I don't mind that. Just like the dishes. So making the dough and doing the dishes are the two most important things in that business, that line of business. Because if the dishes are not there, they're not clean, well, I have no dough to be made because the dishes need to be clean. But like I said, it falls on the dishwasher, on the guy that does the dishes and the person that makes the dough. So, like I said, two wrongs don't make a right. So I'm still making the dough, and you still want to talk shit about me. And then you want to go, oh, I thought you was at Super 8. Since when? Because I've never stayed at Super 8 since I've been here. So it's just you being nosy and want to know something. And, and then I went to walk in, and you purposely ran into me. And then you were asking questions as I was going upstairs. Like, that is not your job. Your job is on hand was to help. And why are you having 4 cruises for one old man? It should have been dealt with. With the 3 officers that came, why are you calling for backup? You don't need 4 cops. 3 of them was enough. And they did their job. They didn't need you to come by. They got they so the cops did what they had to, and I'm actually surprised they did their job without using abusing their authority. They were very that they showed like they cared, and it's like I don't know, a 67-year old man, but they were talking to him. That's how you're supposed to respond to people unless they give you and he was just yeah senile or something, but they were sitting there and talking to him. They didn't get aggressive. Well, one did, but she calmed down real quick, but wasn't being all aggressive. And it was because he was, so they did what they needed to do, and the old man is up and safe, but the person that was behind the desk, she's safe too. I'm here to make sure everyone's safe, but for some reason, nobody wants this guy safe. But I watch out for myself, like I watch out for the people, because I have common courtesy for myself, and I have common courtesy for other people. I love myself a little bit more, but I also love the people. I love people. I just love and care myself a little bit more. But like I said, with the people that stabbed me in the back, karma does is God is gonna get all of you back. But I just keep going and doing my job, and we have to minimize the bullshit. And I just posted what the cops do. The Judge Porter, the cop planted the gun, and you could tell he was lying through his teeth. The Judge Porter was like, "Yeah, you had a body cam and your dashboard was working." He was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then he was like, "Let's go see." He was like, "No, no, no, we don't do that, don't do that." You already know right then and there he was lying through his teeth. Because if he wasn't lying, why would you say no to the video? You said, "Okay, watch it." But like I said, there was no problems until she got here. All of us Quaresville, they were talking to me. They didn't. I'm surprised they didn't harass me. They were very calm and collective, and and when she got here, the energy shift, right. And I know you guys were talking about me because as soon as I came in, one officer went straight up the stairs, and then the other one put his hands in and paced around. And then you, hey, what's going on, Ryan? You been dancing today? Today? I have. But what is it to you? And yeah, because you didn't see me out on the street, I don't need to be out on the street and we'll be walking around and listening to music and dancing to the music that I listen to. I can be myself wherever I want to fucking go. But, and then she goes, oh, why can't you be at Super 8? Well, first off, you already know why I can't be at Super 8. Because cops like pigs like you think they can use and abuse their authority and just kick me off every damn property. You cannot kick me off every property, especially when I don't do nothing wrong. So Publix will be getting theirs, Super 8 will be getting theirs, Domino's will be getting theirs, Circle K will be getting theirs, because I haven't done nothing to anyone to get the disrespect I'm getting. And oh, Tony from Circle K up here, right? Tony and Ty. I go to 5 Points, do my laundry, and Dawn will tell you, yeah, because Ty came out, she goes, you know, he's not supposed to be on property. Dawn was like, first off, you're not going to talk to me like that. Second of all, Ryan hasn't done nothing to me, so no, I'm not going to, he's allowed in here. He don't do nothing. He dances, and he don't do fucking drugs, Ty. So if you want to keep your job, go back in the freezer. But realize, Tony and Ty, you cannot kick me off every single Circle K property. You run one Circle K does not give you the right to kick me off all Circle K properties. Again, you're using and abusing your authority that you do not have. You're discriminating on me, first off, and you're abusing your power that you don't have. Do you realize I worked for Circle K for 6 years? When they were fast food, I got hired, and a week later, I worked at one of the first I believe it was the first Circle K. The fast food was switched over to Circle K, and I worked at the first Circle K they made. They bought the building and changed it to Circle K. That was Ocala, Florida. I was the night auditor for Circle K. So, like I said, I know my rights. I know the civil rights. I know my laws. Do you? I advise you to stop talking shit about me, because you're breaking more of my laws as a civilian. I have a right to stand up and stick up for myself, especially when it's false accusations, because you have fucking ego so shoved up your ass. You don't know what to fucking do with it. So again, I had no issues, but no issues at all. And then she wants to talk or talks back about me until I walk in, right? So again, I'm going right downstairs to see what was said.